The Alzheimer's Association was thrilled to host the first cohort of Beuerlein Fellows this year in partnership with the Gephardt Institute. Together, we are working to improve diversity, equity, and inclusion throughout our education and support programs, communication, marketing, and policy efforts. This is critically important as we know Black Americans and Latinos both experience higher rates of Alzheimer's disease. In this initial year, the Beuerlein Fellows, Mariah, Tina, Pat, and Hudson, helped us to identify what we were doing well in the areas of DE&I, but also where we could improve our efforts to be more inclusive and equitable.
We work with the Alzheimer's Association. I worked mainly with concern and awareness, so I was reaching out to media organizations and also just finding different ways of telling people's stories.
A lot surprised me about the experience. Going in, I kind of imagined that I had this image of nonprofits that was kind of a little too romantic. It was kind of like this space where I just thought all of this great stuff happened and was kind of outside of society, whereas like by the end I really realized that everything is in society and so it has societal issues within it. And so that aspect really surprised me, but I think it was a good surprise in the way that I kind of learned more about what path I want to take, and I also learned more about how to, I guess, navigate in spaces where it's not all rainbows and sunshine and daisies everywhere. You know, it's like you have to go through, do work, and navigate through other people's biases and kind of go on different things. So it was really nice to kind of just have this experience in the real world.
I think one thing for sure is being so much more open about having conversations about race and power and privilege and oppression with my peers, with people that I think are also in higher positions of power over me. I think that was something that I always kind of felt iffy about. But I do think that this experience really helped show me that even supervisors and your mentors are willing to also learn from you and grow with you as well. They're not just there to only guide you, but it's very much a mutually beneficial relationship.
I've always been really passionate about media, the way that we frame people's stories. I feel like this has a huge impact in not only how we perceive people, but also how people, are treated. And that directly ties in with medicine. If we're empowering these narratives and telling these stories where patients aren't treated right and that they're not being listened to, and then the doctor reads that, then change can actually be made. So I know I want to help make that happen now.
There were a lot of great experiences that came out of working with the association itself, but I think some of the most life-changing moments were the times where I was actually able to converse with my supervisor and the other Beuerlein Fellows. That was just a really transformative experience because they have just such insight and knowledge that I think I was really able to just think about. Like, I feel like I could just listen to them talk all day about the insights and perspectives that they have to offer. And I think like those conversations are ones that have stuck with me to this day, and I would like to think have really empowered me to be passionate about making change in the future for myself.
It just really put into perspective to me that wherever I go, whatever I end up doing in my life, to always make sure I'm doing something with the community, and especially if I am in a community that I was not a part of before.
If I could describe my experience in one word, it would be eye-opening.
It would be growth.
I think empowering.
Inspiring.